This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today we are formally introducing RimWorld to the channel. Now, I've streamed this a couple of times on Twitch and on YouTube, but I've never actually done a video on it, and we're going to do that. I'm going to start covering it a little more on the channel here and there. Because it's a great game. There's a lot to it. You can make guides for it, do Let's Play, all that stuff. It's got plenty of content there to be had. So what we are doing right now is we have just crashed onto the planet. I'm going to give you a little bit of explanation on what I'm doing here. I've been running tests here and there to try to figure out like what the best combination of stuff is for religion. So for the ideologies. So like basically how OP can we get with the new ideology system? If we take a look here, currently we have this doesn't matter. I just picked a random name. What matters is the memes here. So we have supremacist, collectivist, and pain as a virtue. I think this is going to be really strong for a starter or a religion from the get-go. Now, I've went through and I've customized a bunch of stuff here. So I increased the research. We have very fast research. We just ignore comfort. Like, we don't care about comfort. That's where pain as a virtue comes from. They do like scarification. So like this is super handy because all of the like little scars and wounds that have happened to your pawns over time, or you may just start with one or two that have like itchy bullet wounds or whatever. They like that. Scarification's great for that. It goes on with the whole comfort thing. As you can see here, pain is idealized. This makes gameplay super easy because normally those things would give them a mood debuff, and now it gives them a mood buff. Physical love, it's free loving. As long as they're willing to do it, it's great because it's going to give them +10 to their mood buff. They love insect meat, and then their rough living is welcome. Once again, that's from pain as a virtue. They prefer the slab bed. They don't even want comfort, so we don't even have to worry about that crap. We can just let them sleep on the ground or give them a slab bed, and they're going to be happy. They're also tough to temperature, so it doesn't matter if the temperature is too hot or too cold, they're not going to get a negative buff from that. Then I went through and changed a bunch of things down here, like cannibalism is accepted. Blindness, this is horrible because the only way you can get this for them to be happy about this is if you pick the one that makes the one meme that makes them happy to be blind. Didn't want that, so I don't care, so I just left this as is. Their work drive is tripled because they are collectivists. Drug use is set to medical and social only because that's pretty much the best options you can go for. We don't want any hard drug use. While that can be good, it's sometimes in specific situations, most of the time it's going to be bad for your colony. This is another big one because this one's super annoying because you're going to end up with corpses at some point in the game of RimWorld. There, you just can't not run across some corpses. And normally in RimWorld, they would get a big debuff to their mood for that, but now with this, selecting don't care, I think this one was due to, is this an any, or I don't remember if this, oh no, supremacy and pain as a virtue allows us to select that we just don't care. You can see it's highlighted up there. It highlights both of them. Also executions, they just don't care. They despise fungus, which that's whatever. If we had the undergrounders, they would want to just eat fungus. Either way, fungus is kind of a pain to grow, so it doesn't really matter there. Diversity through thought, that one's a whatever. Eating nutrient paste, they discussed it. It's disgusting to them, so I never try to eat nutrient paste or deal with it anyway. It seems like you got to go out of your way because other food is just kind of easier to make, so I never really worry about it. So that one is a -4 if they have to eat it. They desire skull spikes. Slavery is acceptable, and organ harvest is acceptable. Both of these are absolutely freaking huge, and they're just going to make the game even more easier. Women, only one spouse. Men, only one. We basically only one spouse. And I feel like this one was a good choice because you can select them to have like whatever spouse they want, or, you know, or as many as they want, or limit the number. But I feel like that's going to cause fights. So I just brought it down to one. This may change in a future iteration of this setup. I want to see how this plays out with just one. And then for marriage name, it's random. So over here, we have the setup for the roles. Now, when I was creating this, I set it so that they don't have to have any specific clothing. None of these roles need any specific clothing. For the rituals, we have the scarification. This one was pretty much a have to. And then I added this one and I went in and I edited it so that if they get a nice, super happy buff from it and everything went well, we have a chance of a random recruit happening. And then down here at the very, very bottom, I have them set up to strongly want robes. Now, the reason I do this is because wearing it, as you can see there, gives them a +2 to mood. And you have a couple of different options for what you want to select here, like the different clothing options. But the robe and what is it, like I think it's the button-up shirt. There's only a few of them basically that you can have and still have them wear armor at the same time. Like if they have to have, say, a hat or a specific one of the hats, then when they have to wear armor, they can't wear an armor helmet and the hat at the same time. However, with the robe, if I remember correctly, this one is an outer body, so they can wear the inner armor, like the flak armor, and not have any issues. I think there's the option for the button-up shirt, if I remember correctly, and I think that one they can also wear some specific armors as well and still be fine to wear the button-up shirt. But if you make it a strong thing, as you see here, then they start with it. All of your people will automatically start with it. So it's a super easy way to get +2 to your mood right from the get-go. Okay, so that's enough rundown of the religion. Let's hop into it here. And so like I said, we just crash landed. Not a whole lot has happened. And as you can see here, she has the flak vest on. We picked that up and the flak pants. And like I said, she's still able to wear the robe. So makes it super easy. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, this is our map. This is what we got going on. I think, actually, can stuff come from the water? We may want to travel down next to the water. I think that might be one of our better options. Kind of just living that against the water life, like maybe something right down in here, because then things can only come from this way and we can have the whole back half of the base secure. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to move everybody down here and set up down here. This is a nice little place. Actually, I think we're going to go for right here because we have a nice chunk of stone right here, and then we can kind of build a little wall here, a little wall here, and we have a nice chunk of stone, although it looks like we have some stuff here to mine out. Yeah, well, let's just go down here and set up and see how it goes. All right, so a little bit of time has passed here, not too much. We got our initial, well, a good chunk of our walls built here, and we have our first captured person, which we are enslaving. This was supposed to be my butcher room, but I did not expect to get attacked, and I had to, you know, we didn't kill him. So I was like, hey, we're gonna enslave that person. So one thing we are going to need here, let's do a copy there, and let's just do something little for an actual, like, actually let's do something smaller than that. Okay, there we go. So now we'll have an actual room for future slaves that may pop up instead of using this here. We also have a cougar here that we're gonna definitely need to get rid of, and I think I'm gonna use this person to attempt to do that. Or actually, how's Newman doing here? Newman got a little bit beat up by this dude in the middle of a fight, but I think he'll be all right. If he gets any scratches or scars or wounds or anything like that, that's long term, since they have the pain, whatever, what is it called here? Pain is a virtue. It won't be too bad for him, but I see this thing eyeing my dog here, and I don't know if I like that. You know what we can do? We could just keep the dog inside. So let's do that. Let's go over here and we're gonna create a new zone, and we'll just rename that to pets. That'll ensure that the dog stays in there. Now, if we come over to animals, we can just set the dog to pets, and that should keep the dog inside and away from the cougar. I don't think the cougar will attack our people unless it gets super hungry, but it will for sure attack our pets. So once this person is enslaved, what we can do is they basically become a person, you know, part of the colony, but you force them into the colony. You do have options like you do with the prisoners here, like we have it set to enslave, but instead it'll be suppress. And we basically have to keep them suppressed to keep them into slavery. And sure enough, this freaking cougar just wandered inside. So I guess we're gonna have to attempt to shoot it here. I don't know how this is going to quite work out, but we'll see. So we're going to grab both of our people here. Neither of them are much of a shot. we're gonna bring them to the door and just have them start shooting at this freaking cougar. Oh, it's going for, okay, it's going for them. Go outside, go outside, go outside. Somebody hit it. Good, 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 good. Okay, so now it's gonna go through there. Let's go through. She needs to wake up. And we might have her go into melee mode here. We need them all to run away first, though. They need to get some distance. So we can kite this thing around for a while. There's a technique you can use with this just to, once you shoot them one time, they do slow down. Let's see. So we did hit it. We go to health. You can see that it's bleeding and its movement is at 85%. So what we're going to do, we're going to have our people wander or just kite it around for a little bit as it bleeds out. You can also do a leapfrog technique where you have one aim and then the others move. But we just shot it a couple of times there. So now if we take a look, its movement will be even lower. It's now at 69%. And we can just keep that distance between us and it until we are able to kill it. All right, and there we go. It took a little bit of kiting, took a hot second there, but we were able to bring it down. Now we're just gonna have them stand here and shoot at it. This should slowly raise their skill a little bit here. If we highlight over it, yeah, well, they killed it, so never mind. All right, and we just broke this guy, so now this guy is our slave. If we take a look here and we have our menu here, when we click on him, you can see where he's set to suppress. He's currently worth $365, which is not bad, but he does have a bit of an infection, which means he may end up losing that arm. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. He might have to lose the arm. That may significantly reduce his price, but I'm not worried about selling him anyway. I'm going to keep him as a slave, have him do grunt labor. So if we come down here to our work, you can see he shows up down here just like everybody else. And I can go through here and set what I want him to do. So we're not going to have him do any handling. We're going to set that to 0. Hauling and basic, that's fine. Smithing, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That is also not going to happen. Hauling and cleaning, yes. Construction, yes. Basic, yes. Hauling plus, yes. And then, of course, bed rest, we'll leave all that as it is there. If he runs out to the point where I can't use him anymore, I'll just harvest his organs and then set him free. All right, unfortunately, his infection is now extreme, so we're going to have to amputate his shoulder. Oh, okay, well, apparently he didn't make it. So, well, that sucks. Well, we had a slave for a hot second, and now we do not. But that's okay, because we can still make use of him. We just got to go over here to our butcher table, and we got to click on details, and we just got to allow human-like corpses. And now if we just click this, we can prioritize butchering, and we'll just make some human dinner. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, you know, at least he didn't go to complete waste. And so far, things are looking pretty good here. We're getting our first harvest in here of our rice. We got plenty of food between the human meat, and I killed a few animals. We're looking pretty good. If we take a look at the needs here, yeah, it's got very low expectations. Super happy. Well, we picked one that had a mood that was very low expectations. If we take a look here, well, no, actually, this one was not one of those. I think one of them did here. Yeah. Sanguine, and then I think she also, yeah, she's got Optimist. That's why these two are a little bit more happier than that one. But if we take a look at needs, looking pretty good. Got some disturbed sleep and unsightly environment, ate raw food for some reason, and awful barrack, but we can fix all of those things here in a little bit. Same thing here. This one, he's not scarred yet, so he's unhappy about that. We're going to fix that eventually. Eventually, we'll be scarred, and then we'll get rid of that little -1 right there. Same thing with the other one, unsightly environment, awful barrack. That's just going to take time to get all of this up and running here. And witnessed an outsider's death. Yeah, no, at least we don't have the whole corpse debuff thing. Disturbed sleep, not scarified, same thing, awful barrack. But overall, everybody is relatively happy and doing well. All right, well, now we're in the thick of it because we're about to be raided, and Morgan here has an infection in her arm. We had a boom rat attack, and it's a close one. Her infection's at 62 and her immunity's at 68. Like, it's just barely above where it needs to be. I think what I'm going to do is when she tends to it again, tell her to use the better medicine. We do have a little bit of it, and that should give her a bit more of a bonus than what she has. Super close right now. We have been training Newman here at shooting, so Newman's close. Where is Newman going? Newman, where are you going? What are you doing up there? What are you going up there for? You're hunting a turkey. No, where is... I don't even see the turkey. You're going to get drafted. That's what's about to happen. So let's see where this is happening at. Okay, so here's the dude. We can use the same kiting method for these people that we do for wildlife. So let's grab Newman. And let's just go up this way. We're going to speed up time a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to get relatively close. As soon as he's like right at the edge, then we'll start shooting. So this dude's melee, so this will work really well for this situation here. Oh yeah, Newman's becoming a crack shot for sure. Oh, 2 shots? Yeah, that dude's done for. Dude's done for. He's going to bleed out. Let's take a look at his health. Yeah, 11 hours. He'll probably start the march towards the base and then bleed out and die. Come on, Newman. One more shot. One more shot. It's all you need to get in there. Oh, yeah. Well, that works absolutely fantastically. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to we're going to undraft. We're going to pause, and we're going to say strip. And we're going to allow that to be hauled and allow that to be hauled and actually urgent haul that. I don't care too much about the club. So now that he's stripped, we could extract the skull. They do get a bonus if we put his skull on a spike, but I think the first thing we're going to do is haul him. Well, can we butcher him after the fact? I don't know. That's a new mechanic for me. So let's haul him back to the base. Let's send him to an urgent haul. Get him hauled back to the base. Then we'll attempt to extract the skull and then butcher him. And then we can eat the meat. Actually, you know what? Let's just do extract the skull right from the get-go and see what happens there. All right, looks like Auntie's going in there. I renamed Antonio or whatever that name was to Auntie, so it was easier for me to say and keep track of. All right, so she's bringing him back to the base. Is this we lose all other products that this person can give us once we extract the skull? Oh no, she's just hauling him to the spot. Okay, well that works. He's still set up for skull extraction. What is this? What is he doing? Is he up there hunting that turkey? Okay, he doesn't have anything in his arm, so I'm guessing he failed if that was the case. All right, we have a medical emergency here. Extreme infection. Is she gonna... Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be super close. Can she tend to herself? No, she's down and out. Nobody else can really tend to her, so this is gonna be kinda... Well, Newman's at 3, so I could set Newman to Dr. 5 and see... No, he cannot tend. Okay, so we're just gonna have to watch here and see what happens. Oh, it's gonna be so close. It's gonna be so close. She's down and out right now with life-threatening infection. I think she's gonna come out on the other. This is touch and go. This is super touch and go. Come on, Morgan. You're our only doctor. You have to pull through on this. You have to pull through. So close. 95 immunity. 83 infection. Come on, 96. You're so close. All right, let's just speed it up a little bit more. I can't handle the anticipation. Okay, 99. Come on, 99. 100. Okay, she pulled through. I was very worried there for a second because She's our only freaking doctor, and we kind of need her. Okay, so it looks like we butchered that guy. I wasn't paying attention because I was in the middle of the thick of her survival. Looks like we butchered him but didn't extract the skull. I guess you can't have two things at once. Okay, so for the next one, we'll go over here and we'll set the butcher table so that, well, I'll just temporarily disable it. I'll turn it off and suspend it until we extract the skull to find out what happens there. I'm sure we'll get raided again at some point because we definitely got to get some skull spikes up and going. Makes them happy. They like it. We'll just put one, like, display it right in the middle of the base or something like that. Make them super happy. But unfortunately, I think we're going to have to wrap it up there. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you happy to see this on the channel officially? Let me know in the comments also, like, if you want to see guides, what other kind of content you want to see for it, mod spotlights, that kind of thing. Just jump down there and let me know what you would like to see. And if you enjoyed it and you haven't subscribed, consider hitting the subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. Share it, all that. You guys know what to do. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. I'm going to give an absolutely massive shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.